welcome back to another season of Discovering Shark Week. I'm your host, Aaron, with...
Hello, I'm Jacob.
Yeah, and if you guys didn't watch last year, we watched 5 movies, and then we did a bonus one.
I was going to say, it felt more than 5. I don't remember how many
I don't think
watched.
I think when we did... this is the part where everyone tunes off because we don't talk about the shark movie. But when we did not Thanksgiving, when we did the Scarecorn, we had like a bunch.
we did a bunch of double features for that one.
So I don't know if there are any double features for this one, but so anyways, so what we do is we read off the back, then we take a guess how many people are gonna die, and then we and if we get close, it's not a you have to get the exact number.
Yeah, we're changing the rules.
If that was the rule of last year, it can't be people. It has to be a visible person.
They have to have at least a single line of dialogue, like "Oh shit."
Yeah, and like the plane crash last. But it can't be like people in the far background getting killed by a shark. And then we have another point for who guesses how the shark dies, if the shark dies. So I'll read the background, and then we'll take our guesses and.
All right.
A scientific group.
Wait, hang on. You want to tell them the movie we're watching?
Oh, yes. We were watching Land Shark.
Okay. Just wanted to get that out there before we got deep into lore.
Well, people would be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. A scientific group attempting to genetically modify a shark creates a destructive killing machine that even they can't control. After breaking free from captivity, this new predator goes on a rampage looking for its favorite meal, humans.
Is this Deep Blue Sea? We watching Deep Blue Sea?
I know, right? It's funny. I was thinking the exact... I didn't know the movie, but I was thinking, there's a movie that did something where they genetically...
I think it was Deep Blue Sea.
I think you're right. So with that, there's one guy, a shark, and I can't tell if that's a human.
Let me see.
And then
you've got 2 of them. Just hand me
one.
one.
Yeah. I was trying to look at the back of the cover. I might do that. I might put the cover and the back cover on the screen before we record.
Okay.
Or before we hit the movie, and then just do a B-roll of the trailer.
Oh wow, this is only 75 minutes long.
Oh, nice. So I'm gonna say there's not a lot of people on the back. I'm gonna say 6 people are gonna die.
I'm gonna go 17. 17? 17.
Okay. And then how's the shark die? I'm going to say there's a building on the back, so I'm going to say they're going to blow up a building. Like two giant buildings on each side. Oh, I don't know. But it's going to crash and land on the shark.
I think the shark's going to survive.
You think shark? Okay.
I think it's going to just burrow into the ground and then Land Shark 2 is going to happen.
I doubt it. This actually does... I could be completely wrong. Oh, you know what? I'm reading the back of the names. It's like all the Chinese... Like Chinese or Japanese names.
Yeah, it's Chinese names, I think. I think that's Chinese.
Oh, crap. Is it...
It's got an English stereo.
Okay. So it's probably going to be like, they're probably going to double over top of them, I bet.
Oh, that's going to be great. I love that.
I didn't realize that when I bought it, that it was from China. I had nothing wrong with that. I'm looking at the names, I'm like, oh, so this is going to be like...
So I'm looking at the front, and it looks like there's like a small tentacle on the side, like an octopus, tentacle, like climbing up the building. I'm sure that's like.
Oh, I think it's his fin. Are you looking at this right here?
No, over here.
Oh.
I think that's. I don't think that's an octopus. I think that's just like rebar or something, or like.
Yeah, well, it'd be something. The octopus.
Or whatever.
Octopus first giant shark comes back out again.
It's like a girder.
Well, I think that's enough of the...
Enough of this preamble?
Yeah, I'm going to say there's probably going to be like 2 deaths. I'm looking at the car, I think it's going to be like only 2. I don't think they got the budget to do.
I don't know, man. You can pull a lot
America likes to kill off a lot of people.
You can pull a lot of people off screen for a death.
That's true. Oh, okay. Yeah. Before are we counting off-screen deaths?
I mean, if they're a character and they get pulled off screen and they're gone,
well,
they're just gone for the rest of the movie, I think we count that as a death.
Okay, I can't remember if we did or not.
I mean, we don't need a body, but if they're gone for the rest of the movie,
because remember Saturday, the Saturday's episode. It was Deep Blue Sea 3, where the girl gets killed off screen. but then she comes back, and we're like, fuck. Now we got a -2 points. That was pretty fun. All right, well, I guess, like I said, that's enough preamble. We'll see you in just a few seconds.
Yeah, see you later.
Well, that was actually a pretty good movie.
It was fine.
It
was better than most of what we watched last year.
Because I think when we watched the first one we watched last year was Shark Huntress.
Yeah.
And that was like, okay, well, we can go higher than this, you know. So we'll go over the plot. So it was Chinese with dub over.
Really good dub, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Besides the child, which for some reason they like when they have kids in the movie, they always just have some lady trying to go like this. Oh no, hi daddy.
Okay, when I said good dub, I don't mean it was actually good. It was.
I thought
it was kind of bad, but it was my kind of bad. Like I thought it was.
I didn't think it was too bad. I thought
there were some characters that were super questionable, like the awful scientist guy who's like, "That's none of your business."
Yeah. So I think we can we don't have to go detail by detail, but we can just do I think this movie we fine with sections.
Yeah. Okay. So it starts off like your average shark movie. Where,
it starts off like Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, where they're doing genetic engineering to this shark because it can cure cancer.
And our hero, Chris Evans.
Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Chinese knockoff Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I wouldn't even notice it until you said it. But Jurassic Park, Chris Pratt knockoff.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Yeah.
He had the vest. So he's a shark hunter who works at this place.
/ demonstrator.
Yeah, he's a shark whisperer. And so they're showing it off to the investors, going, "Hey, this is what we're doing. We're gonna like cure cancer because sharks got that ability somehow. I guess it must be a thing. This is like the third time.
Everybody knows it.
It's like the third time this plot's come up in this. But anyway, so after they inject the shark with some mystery DNA, we're not going to be told until later. It breaks in through the window, flooding the lab, and Chinese Chris Pratt's like, "Everybody, don't make any noise. Get out of the water, but be quiet and don't panic." And like a bunch of them panic, so like a few of them die, and they escape to the door, which is
they escape through a hatch, and the door leads to.
They get over to the door and it's sealed, and like children, they're like, "What do we do? I can't believe this has happened. Open up!" and the one dude who's kind of a dick looks over and he's like, "I'm just gonna go out that hatch. I'm out. See you guys later. You can all die. Whatever." And so now they're on I think an island.
You know,
it's not really clear. They're in a jungle.
I think they're in Taiwan or something. Like I haven't looked at Taiwan. But
well, they're in like a tropical jungle.
Yeah, there is a shot of a city in the background
okay, so they might just be on the outside of town.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like oh, and before this, the CEO is like, "Yo, I'm taking my daughter to the swing, not the park, the swing.
Yeah,
pick her up later."
Yeah, and he leaves her out there by herself.
Yeah, because he's the CEO, he's bad, and so like, she's up there on the swing, and she hears the shark behind her because the shark is now above on land, like the title says. It's a land shark, and it almost eats her like 4 times. I think the jump cuts save her because there's like twice she should have been eaten, but she wasn't. And she escapes by climbing up the playground, and then Chinese knockoff Chris Pratt shows up and saves her. And then the remaining scientists get kind of picked off one by one, and
I think the girl's about to die again, but then out of nowhere, a military comes out and starts shooting.
Well, no. What happens is they escape the shark.
Oh,
And then he's like, "Look, you got to tell me what you put in the shark."
Yeah.
He's like, "I can't do that." And another scientist lady's like, "Look, it's earthworms. We put earthworms in the shark."
So Earthworm Jim is running around.
So it's a shark that can regenerate its body because earthworms. And
see, when you said they're getting picked off, that's where because and
only
one guy gets picked off the first one.
You're right.
And then once they get picked off, they get
one guy gets dragged off, and another guy gets like impaled, and it's not really clear how that happens because like he was being dragged too, but like it doesn't matter. Anyway, he's bleeding, and the shark comes back, and then they run, and the scientist guy, the bad guy, he pulls like the hammiest acting out. He trips, and the little girl comes back to save him, and he gets up, and he just shoves the little girl down.
Yeah.
And he runs off, and this shark is like, "Oh no, we don't play that way." And you think the girl's gonna get eaten, but the shark jumps over her.
I didn't think she was gonna get eaten. I thought she was gonna get run over.
Oh, I thought she was gonna get eaten.
Oh.
But yeah, no, the shark just jumps clean over her and kills the scientist guy, and then the shark doubles back to eat the girl. But then 2 SUVs full of military men come in.
You want to shoot it.
And they get it to retreat into the water.
This is where we find out that well, we don't find out yet, but the head guy,
the CEO shows up, and he's like, "Look, we can't be killing that shark. It's too valuable." And Chris Pratt's like, "Well, I don't care. I'm leaving." And so the CEO pulls a gun and he shoots, and you think he's shooting at Chris Pratt, but it's just some random lady who's with him.
Yeah.
And they're like, "He shot her! He shot her!" And we're just like, "Her?"
Yeah, it's like, whoa, where is he? Because I think if we go pan back the thing, she's on the other side, so they just like moved her.
But yeah, so now that he's proven that he's serious, Chris Pratt's friend, he's a large guy, and he's like, "Let me handle this," because Chris Pratt's over here, or not Chris Pratt, the CEO is holding a gun at the scientist lady who explained it was earthworms, and the dude's just like, "Just do it," or something like that, and it's the most ridiculous thing because I'm like, did he just tell him to shoot her?
So now we're on a boat.
Yeah, now we're on a boat tracking the shark again. And,
the shark is now...
the shark's actually on land now.
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah, is it in town, and it's probably in town for like maybe 2 minutes, and then it goes back to the island.
Yeah, so what happens is it does a little... It gets the box art shots.
Almost. We still don't know what that tentacle is.
Well, if you want to attract prey, you need to like give it its favorite food. So the large man throws in a fish into the water, and the shark's just like, "Oh,
that's more better than these 100,000 people that are here.
It's go time." And he just shows up. You see this like really awful shadow of the shark underneath it, underneath the boat. And it's dwarfing the boat now. That's how big it's gotten. It was like supposedly 4 meters or 4 feet at the beginning. Now it's bigger than this boat that's got like 12 dudes on it. And it drags the boat into a cave. And it shakes off all the military men. Chris Pratt survives until he gets on land, and then he should have his spine broken by this tree that he slams into, but it's fine. And Science Lady is still in the boat, and she's got the briefcase that
can track the shark.
Yeah, can track it and annoy it, I guess. So, another set of army men show up, and they subdue the shark in the cave. And then the CEO comes in, and he's just like, "Save the world? That's expensive. But you know what's lucrative? Biomonsters. Weapons of war. There's a fucking shark behind me." Then he gets eaten.
Yeah.
Just, unceremoniously gets eaten.
And then now this is where everybody runs out, and now people throw. Two guys somehow accidentally throw smoke grenades, so now we're in a fog of smoke.
The shark charges them. And
so
smoke
I think we counted like 5 or 6 guys dying here.
Yeah.
But there was like more off screen, but we didn't count it.
There was a lot of shouting off screen.
And then the head general, he's like picks up 2 guns, starts shooting, and then the shark comes up right behind him.
Nothing.
So now we're down to the final 2.
Yeah. And Chris Pratt and Science Lady.
And Chris Pratt's like, Science Lady, you run away. I will distract the shark.
So it's like an earthworm. It's got a really hard shell, but the inside's very soft.
Yeah. So if we could blow up the shark with the grenades, we'll win.
And so they split up, and then they both meet up at the same spot.
Yeah. Science Lady comes back
on opposite sides of the field.
Yeah. Science Lady comes back and tries to save Chris Pratt, and then the big guy.
Then the large friend shows up with a fish, and he's just like, yeah!
And he throws the fish in the air. Chris Pratt shoots his grenades into the fish's mouth, thus killing the fish.
Yeah, he rapid fires grenades out the launcher. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, can you do that? Can you rapid fire grenade launcher? I don't know. Seems like a bad idea, but whatever. So, shark blows up. Chris Pratt does some weird stuff with his legs. He's in midair.
It wasn't as bad in slow motion, but when we first were watching, we thought he was a puppet. With his legs just dangling.
Like, his whole lower body looked like it went limp.
Yeah, but if you watch it, he basically does a kick in the air. And so, but it was very funny.
So, the large friend and the Science Lady are like, Chris Pratt, where did you go? Where are you? And then he just shows up in the background. He's like, I'm okay.
He's riding a dinosaur now.
I'm okay. Move me over. And then we cut back to the cave. Baby land sharks are happening.
We should also keep in mind that this shark is also male. Because of his DNA change, he becomes asexual, I think.
Yeah. Or as the large man said, a sissy.
It's kind of funny.
But yeah, no, because earthworms reproduce asexually, this shark is basically just a big earthworm in a shark costume. It's kind of ridiculous and dumb.
So, total kill count was 6. No, not 16.
It was 14.
14. And the final kill was a grenade launcher to the mouth.
Yeah.
So, we're both starting off with fat zeros.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We did it!
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this movie. The dub was... Because we were actually talking before we started recording. Jeff's like... So did your expectations go down once you found out it was a Chinese movie? And I said, I think my expectations went up when I saw it was a Chinese movie because this is probably I don't know who would you count as a not Warner Brothers, ABC or Disney level, but 2 under that, where it's okay, it's somewhat decent.
What
like
movie producers?
I can't. We'll go.
Lionsgate.
Yeah, so Lionsgate, that type of level, just maybe one below it.
Or New Line Cinema.
So I think when Asian movies come over here, I think they're usually probably the B tier movies, B tier company movies. So I don't think they bring over the shit movies.
I don't know, man. They brought Godzilla over.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, so I don't know. I can't speak of it. But yeah, so that was our review of Land Shark. Tune in tomorrow, where we're definitely gonna kill our reviews if our reviews are still going up.
All right, see you guys later.
Yeah, later.